So the Air Jordan for Nigel Sylvester Brick by Brick, and this is a sneaker that I won on the raffle and clothing, and I entered probably around, I reckon, maybe like 9 or 10 different raffles, and the thing about that is pretty much all of them I've got L's on, and I tried different sizes. So usually I've got up half size in my Jordans, Jordan 4s. With this one I went true to size, and depending on the raffle, I kind of mixed it up a bit just to kind of hit on them and see if I have a better chance, and I managed to get the true to size one, which is fine. And so yeah, I'm surprised that I've actually got it, because they felt like they were very limited, and a lot of them were backdoored by the sounds of it. And yeah, so just having the sneaker in hand, it's a cool sneaker as well, and very good in terms of the overall the storytelling, etc. So yeah, I'm glad to have this pair. And I was eyeing them up, I suppose, when I first saw the pictures of them, and I thought they were really nice. And it's one of those ones where, yeah, I just didn't think I'd have a chance of getting, because I missed out on the Breads, and that was like the only other Jordan sneaker, I suppose, in the 3 months, apart from, say, the Royals, that I was sort of really interested in. But these originally released in 1989, and I did have a pair back then as well. And they were worn by Michael Jordan, and this was made as a basketball trainer. And this one being a Nigel Sylvester collab, who is a BMX sports star, as far as I know. And these particular ones have been slightly revised for BMX, and I'll go through that in a moment. And it's also got the brick influence, so the box itself has been inspired by New York City. So apparently there's a lot of red buildings. I didn't see that personally when I went, but I went to New York quite a while ago. But the idea was to kind of make the sneakers look like bricks, and give a nod to sort of New York, and also the overall sort of metaphor of building things slowly and bit by bit. And in the box, which you've probably seen in other reviews, but I'll just mention it here, you get this strap, which is like made of Velcro, usually to carry bricks on, and these sneakers are wrapped in individual bags, which you never get to see. Now maybe it's to do with the colour seeping as well. And then you also get a pair of sail laces, which I didn't put in for now, I just kept the regular laces in, but I probably will switch them over at some point. And yeah, my box in particular, looking at other people's on sort of the reviews, I can see that I've got this kind of mark here, and I'm not sure if that's intentional, depending on the pair that you get. And the box feels like a lot less red, in the video. Hopefully it comes up, and I think when I saw a lot of them on the YouTube videos, they feel very red, but this is more sort of muted in my eyes. So kind of almost going towards like a brownie colour. And then also with the sneakers themselves, they pretty much came flawless. However, with this one, it came pre-creased, so you can probably see that here. It's quite a big crease going in there, so I imagine it's just been crushed. But it's not something that I've done myself, and I've been wearing them just to kind of take the on foot and just to sort of see the comfort. So I haven't really been, sort of walking around outside, for example. So with the details, it comes in a Firewood Orange Cinnabar sail colour, and this has what I perceive as a plush ankle collar, slightly more padded than usual. Again, that's to do with like the BMX modification, and same for the toe box as well. This has got like a really sort of rough material, so if you're I guess doing any kind of stunts on BMXs, especially like with the pedals, sometimes that can rub against the top of your toe. So this is to protect that, and same for like skateboarding. I think it'll work well, and you can probably hear that it feels very sort of rough to the touch, and also like this mini swoosh as well. And much like any other Air Jordan, I did compare this against the SBs just to see if the air unit still is in the forefoot. I can feel it a little bit, and obviously in the heel you have one. I can feel it a little bit on my right foot, not so much on the left foot. But it doesn't feel as prominent as other Jordans, but I might be incorrect on that, but from judging from what I saw, it feels a lot less, and it's quite sort of similar to an SB. And this has got like all leather, I suppose, suede materials, and it's very similar to what you see on the Grandma's Driveway pair, not the grey pair, the green pair. And it's got a very sort of similar sort of suede material. You can see it's quite sort of brushy. Just looks really premium, especially in hand as well when you see it. Very nice materials. And the price for these were $209.99 in UK pounds. So with the comfort and sizing, this is a Jordan 4 at the end of the day, so it's going to be on the firm side. You know, you're not going to get too much cushioning. Like, they do feel supportive, but at the same time, it's just one of those shoes that the more you wear them, the more you fatigue you'll feel. So you kind of want to wear them sparingly, like a couple hours here, a couple hours there, in my opinion. And for that reason, I think the wearing time for these is around sort of 4 to 12 hours, depending on your foot. And what I will say, because this is like this sort of suede material, it's a bit more sort of forgiving, and you'll feel that, you know, because the materials are more premium, and usually when the materials are a bit more premium, it's a nicer feeling on foot. I'd recommend going up half size if you have a wide foot. Obviously, I entered raffles for these and I got true to size, and I can work with that. And what I found with the newer shape, it's a bit more forgiving. So I do have a little bit of issue on the pinky toe, but not as much as like the old shape Jordan 4s. So, you know, for me, I think you know, I'll make it work, cause, you know, especially because I got these for retail. And it also has really great grip. So, like, obviously any other Jordan 4, similar sort of thing really. I like the clear outsole that it's got on here as well, just to kind of add a bit of different dimension. And you know, the herringbone traction works really, really well, and it's very sort of stable and sort of flat to the ground as well. So with the look and style, I do like the loud colour blocking. In all honesty, this is not the type of sneaker that I normally go for. I suppose the hype sort of does sort of play into it as well a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's still a very cool sneaker, and, you know, just unique looking as well. So I feel like, you know, they'll go up in time in terms of pricing as well. And this has reflective 3M. I'll try and show that on the camera, where depending on, you know, whether you see it in the dark or in the light, it will reflect. And I think the light white laces work well in that as well. And this is a good sort of spring autumn time sneaker. Reason I say spring autumn, the colour is sort of loud. Not to say that you couldn't wear it in the winter time, but again, because of that nubuck material, I'd be, you know, sort of sad if I sort of ruined these. So I think spring autumn time works well. Dry weather, you know, with plenty of sort of suede spray to put on your sneakers to, you know, stop that sort of wear and tear. And this is obviously a casual sneaker, as probably you know, without sort of saying that and spelling that out, it's not a smart wear. And this comes with the red laces, like I mentioned earlier, so you could put in these sail ones as well, and that pairs well with the midsole, outsole, and also the mini swoosh and the tag on the flight logo as well. So for me, it's, you know, one of those ones which works. So with the final thoughts, I do like the premium materials overall, and you know, for me, like I said, the suede on this is just really, really nice. Probably one of the best ones I've seen in a Jordan 4 for a long time, and similar to the Jordan 4 RM. And I also obviously like the storytelling as well. I think Nigel Sylvester has done a really good job, and I think he's sort of climbing up the ranks at Jordan brand and will become probably the go-to guy in terms of collaborators. And also he's been trying very hard as well, and that in terms of sort of promotion and marketing, and also the clothing as well, which I think is really nice. A bit too expensive for my liking, but you know, I do really like the trousers, for example. I thought they were really cool. And the mini swoosh, you know, give or hate, you know, some people hate it. I think it's awesome, and hopefully it continues on all the other collabs that he does. And with the cons, I'm going to say comfort. So obviously that goes without saying. It's a Jordan 4 at the end of the day. And I guess the colour isn't for everyone. So it being this sort of red colour, I don't think it's orange. I think, you know, when I saw the video from Sneaker Files reviewing this, he did a really good review on them. But I can sort of see the colour on his one was kind of more orange, and I don't think it is. So you can sort of see that here. It does have that orangey hue to it, but I wouldn't say it's a dull orange. It is more on the red side, and hopefully I'm going to try and do it justice within the, you know, within the video itself. But sometimes that gets mixed up depending on how you sort of render and output the video as well. And like I said, because the colour isn't for everyone, it's to do with the wearability as well. So with the look and style, I'm going to give it a 5. You know, it's not a sneaker that you'd wear every day, but when you want to hit hard, you know, it's just one of those ones that you pull out of the bag, and it's just a very cool sneaker, even in terms of sort of collectability. The comfort I'm going to go for, again, it's not amazing comfort, but it's good enough. And yeah, like I said, you won't be able to wear these for a long time, that's for sure. I think if you're going out for a whole day, just make sure you take another pair of sneakers with you that are more comfortable to sort of take these off. The quality obviously goes without saying, and I've kind of mentioned that and gushed over that. It's a 5 for me. And the pricing, you know, I'm always going to be a bit of a stickler with the price, and it's you know, £210, which was about 215 including the postage. I think it's too high, and you know, Jordan 4s in general and Jordans in general. So and I stand by that, and they should be lower, a lot lower in price. But overall, it's still a 5 out of 5 sneaker. Obviously, the reason being the storytelling, the way the sneaker looks, and also the materials just, you know, adds up to a really nice overall package. And I think Nigel Sylvester's done a really good job on this.